Yo, what's going on, people? So, I'm gonna talk to you about Conor McGregor because he did a little thing. He's at a boxing event recently, and he was talking about Manny Pacquiao. Saying, is Manny Pacquiao a man or a mouse? you know, is he a man or a mouse? Conor's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to stay relevant. He's lost his relevancy. The two defeats to Dustin. Dustin kicked his ass. Not once but twice. Not once but twice. It's quite hard to come back from that. He's got a leg break, huge injury. You know, catastrophic event. Like that's a catastrophe, like literal catastrophe. Like there's no worse injury for an MMA fighter, right? Because that's what they're on, right? They're on their legs. Same as a boxer. You have to use the legs. There's no real worse injury than that, right? So he's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to stay, he wants to, make more money. And how's he going to make more money? How's he going to make the most money? The most money he's going to get is in boxing. It's boxing. Boxing. I mean, he could do another movie again. I know he did that other movie. But the most money he's going to get is boxing. Boxing. Okay. Now, I know he's getting a lot of other money here and there, but to fund the kind of lifestyle that he's living at the moment, he needs more money. So it makes sense for him to try and get a fight with Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if Manny Pacquiao is actually going to fight this guy, but, time is ticking as well for Conor because he's not being very kind to his body. Like, he's drinking a lot, right? He's on drugs, of course. He's on drugs. And he's looking old. He is looking old. His face is look at his eyes, is showing signs of, like, alcoholism, and being a drug addict. He's showing those signs. Like I say in the video, he did have the hair transplant. He had the hair transplant. You can see at the back of his head, he's got a big crater on the top of his head, a big, bald patch, like some type of alopecia, but it's not, obviously. No, it's not alopecia. It's from the anabolics that he's on. He's been on them since he was a teenager, and obviously being on them for that long is, just going to have a massive effect on your whole body, your hormones, your testosterone levels. He's going to be on TRT for the rest of his life. But yeah, time is ticking for Conor, and like I say, time has not been good to Conor because of the injuries that he's sustained. He's had hand injuries. Dana talked about he had arthritis in his ankles, in his hands. He had the leg break. Like I say, catastrophic, event in his life. A real bad event. And that was probably because his bones are brittle. He's got brittle bone syndrome from the roids, because when you take roids, your muscles strengthen, but the bones and the ligaments and the tendons don't strengthen, and that's what happened there. That's the effect of it. You saw it. The bones, they couldn't keep up. The tendon couldn't keep up with the muscle, and that's what we saw. But yeah, he's, like I say, he's obviously trying to get this fight. I mean, he talked about the Conor Floyd too, and I don't think Floyd wanted anything to do with that because Floyd's already beat him, and now he's desperate for something else. I mean, he mentioned in the interview that the UFC is not interested. Apparently, they don't really have anything for him at the moment. Maybe he just wants to get more money. Maybe he just wants to get more money. But yeah, like I say, time is running out for him in the fight game. It's running out, because he's wasted a lot of time. And like I say, he's looking old. He's looking very old. And obviously he's on the steroids now. He's on all the gear. And yeah, I mean, what can we say here? What can we say? Like I say, I remember Khabib said, gonna send him back to box after this, gonna send you back to box, and it's true, and now he's trying to get, back into boxing again. After all these years of not doing anything, really. I mean, he had the fight versus Donald Cerrone, and that was a fixed fight. And then he had the two, dusting losses. What else has he done? He hasn't really done anything but, drink alcohol and snort cocaine. That's really all he's been doing, with Dana White, with his daddy, his little sugar daddy Dana, the transgendered pig. I mean, you just see videos of him, he's just, on pills and smoking weed and, that's all he's doing really. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's all there is to say. Like I say, Conor's just desperate to stay relevant, desperate for the Manny Pacquiao fight because he knows that's where the money is going to come from to feed his drug habit at the moment that he's got. And like I say, he's looking frail, old, decrepit. Give him another 5 years, man. He's going to look even worse. Because you can't keep abusing your body like that. You can't keep drinking the amount that he does, smoking the amount that he does, cocaine, all the other drugs that he's doing. You can't keep doing that. And I know he had a face surgery, and it looks like it's reversed already. Like if you look at him like a few months ago, a year ago, he's had some type of facelift, but now it looks like it's drooping again. Yeah, it looks like it's worn out basically. It's kind of weird. So yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you in the next one.